Private hospital group Mediclinic has reported a 45% surge in first-half profit, helped by robust performance in the domestic market and the United Arab Emirates. Its headline earnings per share increased to 112.1 cents. That's compared with 77.2 cents last year. Joining me on the line, Craig Tingle, CFO at Mediclinic. Craig, thanks so much for joining us. So let's talk about Southern Africa, an important part to your business. Just looking at those bed days and income per head, of course, those key drivers of that revenue line there. What are the trends you're seeing in the Southern African hospital space right now?
I think we've seen the trends happening for quite a while now. The demand for healthcare services increased. The medical scheme population has increased. So the fundamentals underlying the demand for our business are there, and we've seen it happening again in the 6 months, a continuation of what we've reported in the prior period. And we're also investing in our platform continuously to allow this to happen.
Obviously having that rights issue, 5 billion rand raised, and that's to settle offshore debt. Interest borrowing sitting at 25.1 million at the end of this period. I mean, are the issues around your debt and those concerns that the market had behind you now?
Yes, we did the refinancing after September, so the September numbers don't show the impacts of the rights issue and the Swiss refinancing, but we believe it's been very successful. We've raised the 5 billion, you're correct, but we've reduced the interest rate in Switzerland, the cost of interest, by over 500 million a year. So we took advantage of very favorable position in Switzerland in terms of the debt markets, as well as the South African debt and equity markets, to do a comprehensive elective refinancing, which we think has addressed all the issues on our balance sheet. It's also allowed us to grow. You've already seen we've grown in Dubai. We've reduced the gearing levels, and we have the ammunition to be able to grow further.
You've got a major new building in Switzerland, the Clinic London. I'm not sure if I've pronounced that correctly, but that's in Zurich. Tell us about what kind of activity and what type of investment you're making in Switzerland right now, and specifically talk about that new clinic and what it means for Mediclinic in that territory.
Clinic London is our most important asset in Switzerland. It's our flagship hospital, been in existence since 1928. It's been going through a development plan over many years, and this was the next phase where we create a number of new beds, approximately 80 ICUs, doctors' offices, additional facilities. So it's a big investment, roughly 80 million Swiss francs, but it is our flagship hospital, very good demand. Zurich, a very, very good market to be in, and that is our major project we're tackling in Switzerland. It's on track and should be commissioned during the middle of next year.
And while the Emirates is still a smaller part of your business, I mean, earnings there up quite substantially, revenue up 50%, normalized EBITDA up 104%, and you've increased your exposure. You've made a minority stake in Emirates Healthcare Holdings. What are the prospects for Mediclinic in the UAE, and how are you going to use this new stake to grow your presence there?
Yes, we're very positive about the UAE. We believe it's a very stable country. It's not a huge contributor of our business at the moment, but the reason we bought the minorities out, we believe in the growth story there. You've seen it. Dubai has grown very, very strongly. It's a safe haven in the Middle East. We've restructured our debt there as well, and now we don't have a partner. And there are a number of projects that management are looking at, both in Dubai and the neighboring Emirates, because it's not just Dubai that's growing. The whole UAE is growing quite strongly, specifically Abu Dhabi. So it's a natural launch pad for extension into that region. We've had very strong uptick with our hospitals and our facilities using capacity, so much so that we are again looking at new projects to expand our capacity.